continue with this doing math with Python book. This video we will go to the chapter 2's third part, which we are focusing on practice of using Matplotlib, including the sub package called pylab first to create certain graphs, or sometimes you can call that as the views or tail in the Power BI's, but we call that as the graph. And let's see from our mind map on the structure of this chapter. So creating graph is Matplotlib. Starting is let's make making some basic chart first, then discuss about the marking points, and we create some the meaningful graph for the New York City average annual temperature, then with some years monthly temperature. So these two differences. First, this one is just a one line chart. This is a multiple line chart. Since you have a multiple line chart, we will let you know how you can add a legend, because you need to tell user or the viewer which line refer to which concept. And then we will make some customization of the graph through the title, label, axis, as well as plotting some more with pyplot. And last is we show you how you can save those the image into your disk, so that you can use that after the program running. So let's starting to go here. First of all is we are using the Matplotlib. So I gave you this link. If you click here, you can get to this matplotlib.org. This is their official website. From here, if you are interested, you can read the full documents. You can know how to install in your different the environment, as well as you can keep learning some more detailed things. But for our book is we starting to have the PIP. So we already have this PIP installed. So PIP install Matplotlib. So I have done those install. So but these are the PIP. So I already satisfy all the dependencies. So if you don't, please install. So it's the 3.8.2 versions primarily. So then after installed, let's starting to use that. I put to save time is I have already put 3 files, and we will create some the more tangible parts, but just let you have a quick view. So for this, if you go to the GitHub, you can have all this source code. So you can also run this in the terminal directly through this IDEL, but here I put that into our the program so that you can refer that afterwards. So it's paragraph by paragraph. You can make that and comments, then try to run. So first is we need to import some the package through the sub package pylab. Pylab is our inside the Matplotlib. And we import 2 classes. One is the plot, one is show. I also import legend because we will use that in the last part. So let's leave that. But we will only use the first 2 first. So before we go to the subchapter 1 is we just show you how to make the basic plotting. So let's uncomment this. we define two lists. One is the X numbers, and another is Y numbers. And then you can use simply the plot after you import with our X and Y. So X means the X-axis and Y is Y-axis. So if you don't have this show, so what you run is nothing will happen. So you can see here is just nothing happened. But if you put Python here and you make this defined here and defined here, and I only need the first two, then I can do the plot. So I only show within this sample. So when you finish the plot, it's create two objects. So one object, one line 2D object at the certain memory location, and you can now use show. Then they will show you this line. So that is the two steps. You can separate that. So if you don't want to have this show first, then you can see the object created through the plot. But for our sample, is we just save and you can run these 4 lines altogether. Then they will show you here. It's possible it's due to the this newer version. You can see here this 1.0 is showed as 1.00, so that's fine. But it's not starting from this bottom left corner or this origin point. You have some space here. Similarly, is to the top right, you also have some space, but in author's book, it's come to this exact corner. So it's not impact on this diagram, but let's continue. So you will see that the impact. So in short, is when you run these 4 lines with necessary the library objects you import, it will show you one line chart. But you don't see this starting exact number from the origin, the 00. Is because it's a Matplotlib is they do their self the check and they just make your minimum and maximum range as this axis range. So then that will put that into the most cover the plotting area and make this diagram looks nice. But later you can see here, if we don't control the axis range, for some plot it maybe looks strange. So you can just close here, and you can also through this zoom, you can make the zoom. So if you draw our this, so you can see I have drawn our the rectangle, and then this make our quite this big parts. So left is 0. You can see you can adjust this on this area. So you can reset. And then this zoom to this one. So let's see. So if I have all this zoom, you can keep zoom on those. And left panel, so you can see the control. So but you it's not able to show you back, but you can back from this back to previous review. You can see here. And if you use this rectangle, you can zoom on the area of those. And then you can also save. We will learn how to save to disk afterwards. But from here, you can save this one. So if I click this, it's show you is where you want to save, and by default is a PNG. But you can choose the different version. You can save to a PDF to share with others, or you can save to the PS. and some other the image the extension. So you can just close from here. And then this is our first basic one. So let me comment that. Moving forward, we just have one line. So we will have these additional things here. So if I add the third part compared to this one, I add a marker to equal to one this the symbol. So when I run now, so let's see. Oh, let me save and let me see. Run. You can see now I have 3 dots. The small o or the lowercase o is means dots. So I can put this, but if you have, if I want, oh, not this one. So if I have a multiple one, what's that mean? So let's see. You can see here, unrecognized marker style. So this O is kind of our the default. So you can put in this, let's see. So Matplotlib marker style. So if you want to learn that, is you can see here module. So we have such kind of those the styles. Let's see if I use the capital D, that means our big diamond. So let's run, then you can see from here is a diamond. So it's not just like our the character. You can come to here to see is what are the actual those markers looks like. As is you have the numbers, you have the different type of those marker. So that's is the way is through here we can have a marker. But again, so let me comment on comment this compared to the book. Okay, it's not. Let me save. Compared to the book here, so it's due to the different version. I think now my current version is already optimized in the better view. So it's not like the author mentioned is this is marker is not easy to visible in this corner part. Now it's all the markers automatically shrink down a little bit for you through this zoom or auto zoom. So that is, I think, a certain improvement from those this library. So let's comment this moving forward. And we have a basic plotting with marker and no line. So how we can draw this is if you don't use a marker, you just use this symbol. And if you run that, you will get just 3 the marker without the connected line. So these 2 you can decide is on which way is you will use for your chart. And then we are starting to do some meaningful things. We gave our list for the annual average temperature in New York City. So this is starting from year 2000 to year 2012. So I already input here. So let me show you bigger. So here is the 12, the floating number, the separate by comma, and in these square brackets. And then we use plot. Plot is we don't have our x-axis now, so we don't have x number. We just have this the New York City temperature list, and we gave a marker. So let's see what we are showing. So let me save, and then run. You can see here, it's automatically have certain axis the numbers. So this number is just the index number. So from 0 to 12. So we gave this we gave this 13 number, but it's like the list, the index starting from 0 to 12, so total 13. So that is the automatically way. And if you want to show the x-axis, let's go to this done and add another line. So adding one line is the range. Range as the year, range from 2000 to 2013. So remember, is days actually is 14. If 13 minus 0. So, but they don't show you the last digit. So it show you last figure. So it's just show you until 2012. So within this range, you got 13 numbers. So that is a matching for the total number of the New York City temperature. And then we put the years before New York City temperature, then this will get put to the year X, and this will be Y, and with the marker. So let's save and run. Now in the X-axis, you can see we have the year now. What if is we have one more year put in here. So if you do this not matching, so let's see. So you will get error, and the plot is not working because now it's the value error. So remember, you have the skill is if you try to catch this, is you can use the try and except. So that is X and Y must have same first dimension, but have a shape 14 and 13. So one is the 14, one is the 13. So they are not matched. So you must ensure is the X and Y. They can have the matching, so they can form the XY pair in the coordinate the space. Otherwise, the plotting is not happen. So that is for adding the meaningful x-axis. Then moving forward is we are going to do the comparison, draw more lines, so more than one line. So for here is we put 3 years monthly temperature for New York City. So this one I already input, and then this we have this months, not years. Months is range from 1 to 13, then that will be the from month 1 to month 12, January to December. Then the additional thing need to be highlight is this plot. In plot is you must mention X every time, because you need to mention first is the X-axis is months, and matching with the 2000 these temperature figures. Then you also need to provide another month and for these second years and the third month with the third years. You cannot just put 1 month and with 3 y-axis. That will give you the error. And once you have this one, and if you run the plot, you can get 3 lines. And the library is automatically assigned different colors so that you can distinguish of those lines. It's perfect for now because you don't have any other configuration, but you already have the beautiful the chart. But the reason, the problem is also happened is this temperature varies so huge? Actually, it's not because still it's like this yearly difference we already saw. This is because they are not start from the 0. So then this it's just from 30 to 80. But if coming from 0, then you will see they are not so huge difference. But another thing is, can you identify which line is on which year? actually you cannot, and impossible to tell because there's nothing indications. So that is the lacking. So now we're starting to use this third import legend. So we will use this last one, sample. So we need to add the legend. So legend is just matching to how many lines you are providing. So if your first pair is year 2000, and your legend should refer to this first pair, then it's the second pair or third pair. You can just put those year, just the number, or you can put this like it's a year. So let me see here. So let me put this year. So for this difference, let's have a look. So you can see if you put a string, then this they will show you string, but you need the quotes to make that inside. And then without a string, they will accept a number. But better is for this is we tell people this is the year number, not the normal, the integer number. So year 2012. And if I show here, so it's by default, it's show the legend in the top right. And you can configure this, let's see, the comment this, and I comment this one. You can use this LOC, the kind of the option to set where you want to make this legend locate. So if I put this lower center, so you can see now, so it's come to this lower center. So there's also numbers of those parse default. So maybe it's, let me see, the best. It is accept. So the best is if they just try to automatically find the best areas position that not interfere with the graph. So if your graph will happen to have some location here, then these will automatically move to other parts. So if you don't want to use the default, you can change that to the best. So that will give you more the choice. So I will put this back, and I will comment those. So that is the first sample. And the second sample is we continue. The go ahead is to learn how we can do some customization. So first is, let me comment this one. So do this customization. So we want to add our title and the label. So title label is, if you want to use that, is besides the plot, show, legend, we should have another three loaded. Is one is import title, another is import label, both X and Y. So once you have those, you can use this syntax, title with the parentheses, label with parentheses. Both, all of them can accept those the strings. After you have this, we already have our legend. So now you can see it's getting better view. So people know what's your the chart or graph, the purpose, and what's the x-axis means, what's the y-axis means, and you have the legend and to refer to different color lines. So that is the better one. And then is we can customize our Excels. So let's comment this and uncomment this one. So what means the customize this Excels? We back to our the yearly temperature for New York City, and then we plot this here. And we load axis, not the label. The axis we put is now I want y, minimum y is 0. So let's see from here. And then let me save and run. So you can see now the axis in Y is getting to 0. And by default, is our Excel is starting from index 0. So if you think it's that too small, then it's I want this starting from 3, 0. So let's run. You can see the minimum is 3, 0. So, but you can also have those to the maximum and those. If you don't assign this one, so then you can see it gave you the best. Oh, let's save that ensure. It's just give you the best range for this one. So that is the this axis customization. Now let's move to this plotting using pyplot. So let's close this, and I will use this 0303 to make a simple plot using the pyplot. So then we have our coding for this 03. So we directly using the Matplotlib.pyplot. Then we can use this to load the plot, the show without we import that first. So we have our definition, create graph, and is a comma x numbers equal to 1, 2, 3, y numbers equal to 2, 4, 6, and then Matplotlib pyplot. We write down this in the long, the full name. Is show, and then our main program is if and we have our templates of the program. Then we can just change these definition parts, function parts. Then we create this one, and instead of that is normally is let's copy this to 4. So we try to save some typing. So we can use the S. So this S keyword. So we load this and we put that as PLT. Then whenever we want to load that, we just use the PLT. And here is another PLT. That will implement the same result. So if you see here, so and the last is the save. So let's create this to number 5. And in the last is if we don't use the show and we use the save feed. So we need to also put this PLT dot. Then we can have this one. Then we can put this my graph dot png. And notice is you should put this to your working folder. So this is our working folder, and by default it will save to this folder. So if I run this, now it's not show, but it's create this PNG file. And now you have one, the plot is sitting in your the hard disk. So that is the thing is I have shown you all the contents in this 0203. I hope you have some more ideas and understanding for this library, and please take some exercise afterwards and to learn more. If you want to get more detail for this library, go to their websites. And then next video, we will move to the 0204 to make a formula. Then you start to draw some the dynamic the plottings. Oh, okay. See you in next video. Bye for now.